Mm-hmm. Here we are. Here we are. In the final countdown, the finale, if you will. The days that we've been waiting on. Judgment Day, an answer to all the questions, right? A step forward into what it is that shall become or shan't become, right? People, we are officially 5 days out from the end of the old AMC and the beginning of the new. Uh, I have expectations of what's going to occur, and we're going to cover those in this video. I'm going to tell you guys what I expect to happen, and we'll see how a nail on the head I hit this. Obviously, like I said, I'm Money Montgomery, and I don't miss with these things. But like I said, we're going to cover over there. I'm going to give y'all some expectations. I want y'all to hear this. Of course, we're going to hit our claiming countdown with our favorite orange-haired cougar, Miss Liz. But then we're going to follow up with my expectations to what's going to follow. And y'all should hear this. Like I said, if you ain't got the patience, you need to skip back to the wherever point this starts. So we'll probably put a thumbnail, not thumbnail, but a timestamp in there. Y'all need to get this information, have an expectation of what's coming, because like I said, I feel like it's going to play out like this to a T. But without further ado, bring it in. Somebody cue that wind effect. Let's get down to it, people. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's getting action-packed. It's getting zesty. Hey, let's get down to it. Let's tap into our claiming countdown. Yes, sir.
Silicon Valley's biggest leaders made their way to Washington, D.C.
Miss Lizard.
President Biden and Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi met with tech industry leaders to help deepen.
Quick pause, guys. Just to remind y'all again, Tesla just went down there and met with India. India is about to be some type of big, massive mover in the tech sector. They're all going down there. Y'all need to apply in and get ready. Like I said, Apple, Tesla, NVIDIA, Microsoft, Amazon, Netflix, guys, the tech sector, Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum, the tech sector and the tech space is about to be the levy to protect your money through this recession that is still coming. Don't let them confuse like it's not. But the tech sector is going to be the levy to carry your money and protect it on through. And you're seeing those movements going through with market makers, big money, big tech, and everywhere. You can see how they're expanding this thing off, guys. Don't miss out on the greatest generation of wealth transfer. It's happening right in front of you. Right in front of you.
And forge partnerships. Some of the top CEOs in attendance at the White House today were Apple's Tim Cook, Alphabet's Sundar Pichai, and Microsoft's Satya Nadella. This, as the markets have largely been carried by these big tech names this year. I mean,
Hey, I can't tell you nothing.
Apple up 43%
What I know?
year
What
to
I
date.
know? My account's just jumping like Jimmy.
Alphabet up 38%, but Miller Value Partners' new majority stakeholder,
What do I know?
Bill Miller IV,
Ahem.
not buying into that part of the hype. The chairman and CIO joins me now in a Fox Business exclusive. And yes, for all of those who are wondering, he is the Bill Miller's son. Bill Miller, of course, of Lake Mason, and the big hero of the markets for many years. Nice to see you.
Thanks for having me.
You have said you won't touch
Too much in Miss Leah's
NVIDIA
eyes.
at all.
They're cougar.
NVIDIA has been an unbelievable winner. What do you have against NVIDIA?
Well, we like to look at things from a fundamental value perspective. So let's take a look at what sort of cash flows these firms are going to produce over the next decade, and what are we paying to get those cash flows?
Year to date, 190%. 190%. I put that poor in there because you got to be a poor-minded individual to not be seeing these things occur. All this money being made around you, and you focused in on one thing and not touching other things. This is why I say, have your money, guys. This is a game of money. This is not child's play. This is not the playground. This is called hedging and protect your money. Your money needs to be in the newest things, the biggest thing, the most highest price and powers, the most innovative things that are going to come. That's where you need to have the mass majority of money, and about 10 to 20% of your money in gambling portfolio. That's where we do our things with our swing trades like AMC, BBYQ, or other plays like that we don't anticipate on holding for our 5, 10, 15 years. Continue.
NVIDIA and a lot of these big tech names, they trade at outrageous multiples relative to their earnings. They now comprise, the top 5 names in the S&P 500 now comprise 25% of the index. That's the top 1% of names comprise 25% of the index. And historically, when we've had this kind of concentration and small caps have done as badly as they have relative to these highly priced tech names, you've seen a bounce back over the next few years. So we're certainly betting on some of the smaller cap things that trade at much
really?
more
What are you
reasonable
betting
prices.
on?
Okay, let's talk about those, because if you're not buying into the big tech names like
Hey,
Apple,
Liz, I love you,
Alphabet,
babe.
Microsoft, they call them the Mannon stocks, then what are you looking at?
Well, let's take a look at the complete opposite end of the spectrum. So these tech names that have massive valuations and are not all that capital intensive. The other end of the spectrum, let's look at something that has a low valuation and is capital intensive. So how about AT&T? Trades at 6 or 7 times earnings, has a 7% dividend yield, has a 14% free cash flow yield, at a time when actually free cash flow is about to start moving higher. So you're looking at trough valuations when you're not looking at a trough outlook for the cash flows of these companies.
How about
So
let's
you
look
think
at
about
something that's
NVIDIA, what sort of cash
getting
flows do they have
destroyed? That's what we're going to do.
Justify that price over the next decade. It's very, very high. So expectations are very high for these names, where there's a lot of names out there where
Verizon stomped them out.
expectations are
T-Mobile's destroying them.
When you said
AT&T.
AT&T, and here's why. If you stretch out the chart, let me push you on this. Right now, shares are at about $15.70 or something like that. Yep. Stretch it out, and if you had bought this stock, I don't know, I want to say August of 1994, that's what it was. Actually, it was 20 cents above that. It was at $15.90.
Yo, I'm not listening to nothing this man's saying. They literally just said, if you had bought this and held this stock for 20 years, you would have made a dime. And he said, what? Are you kidding me? Listen, this is how I know these guys are just idiots in suits.
Like that would be dead money if you held on to it. Make your case here.
Well, you would have clipped some nice dividends along the way.
True.
The price may be the same, but the reality is the valuation is not the same, and it trades at one of the biggest discounts of all time on its own basis relative to the market. And you think about the business, it kicks off a ton of cash flow every single quarter. And so
people have to pay their wireless bill.
Yeah, and so there's a lot of people out there wringing their hands about, what if there's a recession? Well, if there's a recession, people aren't going to turn in their cell phones, right? So you're getting all this cash flow.
Hence why you buy Apple.
Relatively low multiple.
Hey, how about not the cell phone service? Let's buy the, cell phone maker. Oh, whoa.
And
why are they up 50%? I don't know.
Why both of them versus just one or the other?
The whole space has been beaten down, and so because everyone wants to buy all the things that are going up and the things that went up yesterday, so the whole space.
This guy just looks like a pathetic individual.
Let's talk about something that could arguably be seen as tech, but it's not, and that would be Stellantis, an auto company, right? We've got Chrysler, Alfa Romeo, Maserati. They really own the spectrum here when they churn out these vehicles. And if you look at what is hot right now, it's EVs, although Tesla right now is dropping. Not too precipitously today.
Hey, Liz, what was it at 2 months ago? Dropping? Come on now, Liz. It was just at 120.
What is it about Stellantis
We at
that you look at and say that's the
260.
one? Is it that
Why
value
you lying to
proposition?
these people?
It certainly is. It trades at about 1 times EBIT right now. So the valuations are so beaten down. It's never been a fantastic industry, but the valuations are so low that I think it's the case that it could be, if we go into a recession, let's say a lot of these cyclical names could actually
And guys, again, also to add on it, Tesla has stock split. The reason it's even at $250 right now is because it hit $1,000 last year and they stock split it. Right after it hit $1,500 the year before that and $2,500 the year before that.
perform in a recession just
Stock
because the
split.
valuations are so low and so pessimistic right now. Stellantis has a 9% dividend yield. They've got 5 years worth of dividends sitting in cash on their balance sheet. So that's a rock solid dividend. It's a rock solid valuation.
Yay,
For those
dividends.
of you who think that value investing is boring,
Over 200%
Bill
gains a
actually
year.
really likes cryptocurrency. Bitcoin is above
Okay, now I
30,000.
can
You
rock
guys
with
have
you
to
a
look
little
at the price right now. Bitcoin at the moment, 30,952. We're within spitting distance of going above 31,000.
Bitcoin's doing what it's done for the past decade, which is go up. It's gone up 9 of the past, best performing asset, 9 of the past 12 years. Just look at the history. It's up, 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 down.
You
up,
bullish
up,
big,
up,
you bullish
down.
Bitcoin,
Last
but
year
you
was
ain't
down.
bullish tech.
Here we are going up again. And so I'll give you the real short elevator pitch on Bitcoin.
Please.
Approximately 100 million people around the globe own Bitcoin today. There's 8 billion people on the globe. And there's not one fiat currency that doesn't change its yardstick every single year and print more of its own currency. Unlike those other currencies, Bitcoin its supply is completely unrelated to the demand.
It's finite.
It's finite, and the rules are rock solid. They're out there for all to see. No one's changing the yardstick. And so you know exactly what you're buying into. You have complete transparency into what's going on in the blockchain 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365.
When's it going to get back to its previous high of 69,000?
Sometime in the next 18 months, I'd guess, because what's happening next April-ish.
Y'all, guys, and now my man don't know what the hell he's talking about with the other stuff, but he's on point with this, guys. The EDX markets, the Bitcoin ETF from BlackRock. Guys, cryptocurrency is about to get ready to enter into that bull market. The time is now to be accruing these, and especially, like I said, if you got the money, start dabbling in some Bitcoin. Within about the next 2 months, I'm about to upgrade my position and throw me a couple of them thousands in that Bitcoin as well. But like I said, I've been building up my XRP portfolio. I got a pretty nice size on that. But I think the next thing that I'm going to accrue up is going to be Bitcoin. Like I said, the big dog, and then, like I said, XRP, that baby big dog. All right, continue.
Is the next halving, where the rewards that get given to miners for verifying transactions in the blockchain get cut in half. So the marginal supply gets cut way back. Demand's probably not going to change that much, and there's only one clearing mechanism for that.
You might be one of the few, if only, value investors on the planet who loves Bitcoin. I think this is really interesting. Please come back, Bill. Thank you.
Thanks.
You see how much happier you got talking about Bitcoin instead of all that line he was doing? Let's go to the totally opposite of the spectrum, where you couldn't have made any money for the last 20 years. I recommend AT&T. Have you thought about investing in toilet bowls? It's like, what are you talking about? Hey, nonetheless, not really focused on that, guys. Let's dabble down into what we need to dabble down into. Guys, look at our AMC play as of Sunday, June 25th. The pre-choir to Judgment Week is about to get zesty, guys. I expect the tech sector to move up. I expect cryptocurrency to be making moves up. But guys, let's get down to what's going to be occurring here with our AMC. We're going to go quickly over our stats here, and I'm going to tell you my expectations of what's going to happen. I recommend y'all listen to me. And then also, in the comments, tell me what y'all think about what my prediction is of what's going to occur. All right, AMC short interest. Looking at 22.62%, 5.78 days to cover. All this is false. They use the stock loan substitution to be able to hold this short interest where it is. All this is irrelevant. We know that short interest is up into the thousands at this point. Currently sitting at zero shares available. Last shares they borrowed was at 197%, and AMC actually triggered and was put on the threshold securities list on the 23rd. So what was that, Friday? Yeah, so Friday AMC was on the threshold security list, currently still is. We expect to be on there Monday, but again, like I said, all that is irrelevant. They were able to hold this all the way up into Judgment Week, so I don't expect any movement of any MOAs between now and then. Now, guys, dilly-dallying into what I expect to occur. We're going to make this quick. It's getting close to mimosa o'clock out here, guys. Y'all know I like to get down on Sunday. Campaign and women, baby. Now, listen, coming in here, this is my expectation of what I could have happened with AMC. One, AMC will be approved for the reverse split coming on June 29th. We got that message from the special master, which basically that she recommended the judge deny all objections. She basically didn't see any objections that were valid to this court case, which again, they probably weren't, because we're not even dealing with a case where it's one side doesn't want to, and the other side does. Allegheny is in there with AMC. This is all a setup. That was a puppet, which we already knew. People started catching clues on that. We can have hope that Judge Zern cancels it, but guys, I'm not setting my life up on hope. I'm setting my life up on what I expect to occur. And then if the latter half happens, then hey, we up there. But nonetheless, we're not about to be setting up here and not kind of knowing what's going on with it. So one, I expect the reverse split to be approved. Two, I expect a sell-off to occur with that reverse split by retail or whoever it may be. They're going to obviously have pushing pressure down as they get ready to set up that arbitrage trade. Guys, APE is going to make a climb up and get closer. Obviously, APE hit $2 while AMC is hitting $4. They're going to try to close that gap in there now, guys. Like I said, depending on how we playing this now and how I'm going to be playing this, I'm about to start accruing up some APE shares, right? And again, guys, you've got to understand this is going to be a wicked, volatile move. So if you're not comfortable with making this type of play or playing it like this, do not play it like this. AMC is going to come down and get pretty close to what APE is, right? Obviously, as they're doing a 7-1 split, the arbitrage to play APE, as you'll be able to get a bit more AMC, and obviously for a cheaper price, because AMC and APE are the same thing. APE is AMC, right? Pulling through. During that sell-off, what occurs? The next question is when they're going to do that reverse split. I expect them to actually come through and do that reverse split pretty significantly quick after that 29th. And the reason behind that is because what I told y'all with how to actually force short squeeze is actually selling. Selling force those market makers to actually go get those shares that they've been IOU and failing to deliver. They're going to actually go get those with the people that sell off. The way that they're going to counter this is they're going to go ahead and enact that reverse split. That reverse split is going to put everything on pause. When I say everything on pause, same with COSM, this is what I expect, guys. So if you're going to be holding through AMC or holding your 8 feet, just understand I expect you to not be able to actually have access to your shares. You're not going to be able to buy and sell those same similar COSM where the shares hadn't been delivered to my broker yet magically while the price was being traded, which is a crazy thing, but I expect that to occur right here with the reverse split, and I think that's when they're going to do all this finagling of clearing out all the bad voodoo and fraud that they've been rolling up to try to even all this out and compress or reduce the pressure of what's been going on with the stock. Now, here's what should be noted. After all that's done, Adam Aaron is going to be able to pay off those debts. AMC, in which is why I titled this the beginning of the new AMC. AMC is then going to become a fundamental play. I've been telling you this whole time, I believe there's a setup for somebody to come through and buy AMC, whether it be on Terra, whether it be this, I don't know who it is, but they're setting this company be bought by somebody, right? At that same factor, right, there's the latter half of what AMC, we don't know how long this comes down the line, but for those that are kind of like, I don't want to sell, understand that the price of AMC will go higher than where it is at $4, period. After this, AMC is going to become a fundamental play, and it's going to, like I keep saying in every video, going to rise up to the point to where at least Cinemark is, right? Cinemark's sitting around $20. Let me see here. How do you spell that? So Cinemark, whoa. Look at that little zesty right there. That was a 1 hour show. What's going on here? But Cinemark's sitting around $16 to $18. AMC is supposed to be trading where that is. AMC is the larger of these two companies, and then also brings in the mass majority of the revenue, owns the corner of the space, which is why I believe there's going to be a setup. But for those that are kind of, you're getting that gut feeling, understand that AMC is going to rise above $4. So this isn't the end of you making money off the play. What this is going to be the end of, though, is the MOAS. There is going to be no $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 price point anymore. After this reverse split, that's dead. Now, you do have price movement up to $20, $30, et cetera, et cetera. That is still a lot of money to be made, depending on if you've averaged down, if you're at $4, $5, et cetera, you can still 4x, 5x, whatever your holdings are. But from the 29th, well, after whenever they do this reverse split, like I said, I'm going to cue on 29th. The 29th is going to cue the new movement of the fundamental AMC play. Like I said, I'm going to be playing the arbitrage. I'm going to be in and out of this play. Like I said, this will mark the last day of me just holding AMC relentlessly or just holding it forever and things like that. Like I said, I already reallocated my portfolio. And like I said, I'm glad that I did, buying those companies like Tesla, Apple, NVIDIA, companies with CEOs that aren't trying to sabotage the play, with high pricing power, innovation, things like that. Crypto, the new stock market with blockchain, so you don't have to worry about millions of synthetics being printed off, things like that. But like I said, guys, we're holding in. We're getting in here close. Hey, this is all entertainment for me. This is all exciting. Like I said, you're learning things, but also at the point you want to take this stuff in and apply strategy. This is your money we're talking about here. This isn't just like a thing where it's like, I'm just never going to know what it is that you're going. If you're going to hold through it, know why you're holding through it and what your expectation is of what you're holding to or why. If you're not, know why you're not going to do it and how you're going to play on and where you're going to go to make money, etc. Like I said, with our channel, we're going to be bringing nothing but bangers and plenty of opportunities to make a bunch of money. We're going to get ready to start bringing in options calls in this bad boy as well and get people set up. We're going to rack that money up. But like I said, we're closing out one chapter and the beginning of new people. But like I said, this is interesting, but be ready. Keep your head on the swivel. We got a zesty week coming ahead of us, and especially for those in this meme stock. So guys, y'all already know what it is. Y'all know I love y'all to death. Much love for all the support. Hey, y'all tell me if y'all believe that my prediction of how this is going to go is accurate. If not, go in the comments. Tell me what y'all think is going to occur. Hey, let's get some discussions rolling up. Hey, love y'all boys. And y'all already know what's next, don't you? I know you do. I know you do. Hold on. Let me clear my throat. Yes, sir.